Hello everybody and welcome to Fortress Comic News Top 5 Must-Buy Comics for October 18th, 2017. I am as always Chris on this lovely day. So, let's jump right into it. We got Superman number 33 from DC Comics with the great return of Peter Tomasi at writing and art by Doug Menke. So, in this we're getting a new storyline, Imperious Lex. So it has been told that Superman will hold the throne of Apocalypse, and in this story arc we're going to get Lex versus Supes for the throne of Apocalypse. How does this come about? What's going on? Will Superman have that throne, and what comes out of that? So many awesome questions. I'm so excited because Lex coming back to that mantle is exactly where I want Lex. And Superman fighting for that is just such an interesting concept. Peter Tomasi, what can we say? I've said 1,000 times on the podcast, I love Peter Tomasi. I think he's one of the most underrated writers in all of comics. And whenever he puts out a book, I am there to check it out. Next, I've got Batman the Drowned, number 1. This is written by Dan Abnett with art by Tyler Kirkham and Philip Tan. So, I said Tan weird, didn't I? But, if you listen to the podcast, you know how huge of a Aquaman fan I am. And Dan Abnett's Aquaman has just been fantastic. And this is Aquaman Batman. So, tell me where this doesn't fit in with everything I love. I can't wait. I think the metal stuff has been fantastic so far, especially the one-shots with the different Batmen. And this one, for obvious reason, intrigues me more than some of the other ones. So we move on to the Marvel Comics with Mighty Thor number 700, Legacy. This is written by Jason Aaron with art by Russell Dauterman. So, big deal here, new storyline. We've got the storyline being the death of the Mighty Thor. So, what's going on there? It's being billed as kind of everything that Jason Aaron's been leading up to colliding all at once. So, the Shi'ar gods predicted something was going to happen, and it's all coming to a head right here. Jane's cancer is getting worse. The War Thor is just, his bloodthirst is worse than ever. So, is she really going to die? Will the mantle go to someone else when this is over? We don't know, but I can't wait. If I said it once 1,000 times, if Jason Aaron is the writer on the book, you should probably be checking it out. And the Mighty Thor run, ever since Thor God of Thunder back, 4 or 5 years ago, has been some of the best comics around. After that, from the Image Comics, I've got The Realm number 2. This is written by Seth Peck with art by Jeremy Hahn. So I kind of touted the first issue in this very show as being, I just had a feeling about it, that it was going to be the next big Image comic that everybody was going to be talking about. Issue 1 didn't push that, although I really loved issue 1. I thought issue 1 did a great job setting up the world, telling you who the characters are, and moving you into a story that looks great. This is really going to be the issue that pushes you into that story. So I think we got a really cool world here, a post-apocalyptic world, but instead of zombies or vampires, something like that, we've got dragons and mages and orcs and all kinds of mythical creatures running around in a kind of modern day-ish America. And we got a really cool lead character. So basically, our lead character helps people get across this land. He's a gun for hire. And at the end of the first issue, spoilers, he's hired to take this group across the land. And now we're going to jump right into that whole story. And, I've got a feeling not going to go so great. My last comic here is Invincible, number 141. This is written by Robert Kirkman with art by Ryan Ottley. So we've got part 9 of the big storyline, which is supposed to be the end of everything Invincible. in our last issue, we saw Invincible. He got the shit kicked out of him, and he came back kind of in a rough state. So, questions being, what's going to happen to Invincible and Mark? Is Mark even alive? We didn't even get a real answer to that. And where does everything go forward from here? So, this ending of Invincible has been fantastic, in my opinion. It's been a lot of fist fighting, good time. But now we've got kind of a question here as to what happens to the world without Mark, what happens to everything that's going on without Mark. And now that we've got all these the sons of the Viltrumite, sons and daughters of the Viltrumite Empire that have realized that they were being used as tools and saying, like, we don't want this anymore, and giving up, where does everything go from here? Invincible from issue 1 has been fantastic. If you've been keeping up, you know all about it. There's not much more to say than that, other than every time a new issue comes out, I can't wait for it, and this is no different. We're really circling the drain at the end of this, which is bittersweet. Bittersweet because it's been fantastic. And I love Invincible, but having an ending is going to be kind of nice. And we also are going to get Oblivion song coming after that, so Kirkman's not going anywhere. So that's all for this week. Thanks for watching. And remember, you're watching this on YouTube. We've got the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, share with your friends and family, do all that stuff. I love that you guys watch, and thanks for coming back. Have a good one.